Welcome, welcome, and today is day one of 5 statements to avoid when comforting grieving. I'm going to begin with the post that I shared. It says, why do we keep telling people to be strong when the most devastatingly earth shattering things happen to them? They don't need to be strong, they need to fall apart and be assured that they will be there to protect them while they do and help them build back up when they are ready. So that post got a lot more feedback and shares than I thought, and obviously it resonated with a lot of people. So I want to expand on that, and that would be the first of my 5 statements to avoid when comforting the grieving. Be strong. So let's look at what be strong means and why we say it. So I love to look things up. I looked it up, and strong means to be able to withstand great force or pressures. Now, when I looked up be strong, I got a lot of different results. More of them were about personality, boundaries, what we allow, and there actually wasn't a lot of talk about resilience. And resilience is really what we need to get through hard times. Not feeling our feelings, not expressing our sadness or our despair does not make us strong. What makes us strong is the ability to get back up. Why do we say it? A lot of the things that we share when people are facing grief or in very difficult situations, we are more looking to be comfortable in their expressions than to comfort them. That is our nature. It doesn't make us bad, but we often get really uncomfortable when people are going through things where they're expressing raw emotion, and it is almost reflex to try to suppress it so that everybody doesn't feel awkward and uncomfortable. When someone is facing a new loss, that is not helpful. And if you're there to really support them, what you want to do is allow them the space. The number one thing that grievers need is for people to witness their grief, to bear witness, to give them space, to hold space for them. So when we say something like be strong, what we're doing is we are inadvertently telling them to put on a facade of strength, to hold back their emotion and not show how they feel. What that may also do is make them feel like their reactions are inappropriate. It may make them feel like they are being weak. Instead of allowing them the room to feel their feelings, process them, and then start to develop some coping mechanisms. Because when we are facing grief, it is often our first time losing a parent or a child or a spouse or a beloved job or a location or certain parts of our identity. And when it is our first time facing things, we often don't know how we're going to cope. And quite honestly, even when we've been in similar situations, as we go through life, we do have different coping mechanisms and ways that we process. So, in telling someone to be strong, we often minimize their feelings, make them feel invalidated, and really make them feel that they have to hide those real, authentic feelings from you and probably from others. So, what can we say instead? What can we do instead? To be honest, one of the best things that I have found people have said is that they simply don't know what to say. That's the other thing we do as comforters and supporters. We often feel that we should fix it. With a lot of these situations in life, there is no fixing, especially in the initial phases of the grief, of the loss. What people need, again, is for people to bear witness, for people to hold space for them. And the only advice that I truly stand behind, because everybody is different, everybody processes different, and there is no one size fits all cure or solution to grief. And the only advice that I give, that I stand behind 100%, and I feel that it applies to everyone across the board, is to feel your feelings. What does that mean? It means to be aware of, acknowledge, name, and sit with to process the feelings you're feeling. Suppressing them, pretending they're not there, and just moving forward, all that happens is it shows up in other ways at other times in your life. I don't think that we can really heal or grow from very difficult situations without truly facing those situations. They come back and manifest in different ways. Saying be strong really can be very minimizing. It encourages people to hide their real feelings and not show them. And it really doesn't provide support. Remember, people who are facing very, very difficult life situations are facing tremendous brain fog. Making decisions and asking for things can be really, really hard at this time. So give specific offers, and saying you don't know what to say is okay, but try to not ask them, whether intentionally or not, to hide and suppress their feelings, because we all need to feel our feelings. We all need to express our outrage, our sadness, our disbelief, and our confusion. And being strong does not mean not feeling those things. It's what you do with the help and the support of the people around you, the knowledge you can acquire, and what you can do to rebuild after facing devastating loss. So, I hope this helped. I do call you to share this or comment on this if you feel it will help somebody. And my last call to action, which I will always ask you to do, because in the end, I'm not here to tell you what to think, but I am here to ask you to think about your thinking. So I will be back with another one of my statements to avoid when comforting the grieving. And let's remember that grief is not just about death. Grief is about any kind of loss, and we all grieve. So this is Erica E. for Normalizing Grief. I'll see you tomorrow, and please drop your comments, share the link, and let me know what you think. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.